programming languages have been shaping our market since the beginning of IT era. Now, this is the reason why there are dozens of programming languages these days in the industry. So we have put together a list of top 10 programming languages that you have to learn to succeed in the year 2020. Also, kindly take up this time to subscribe to us and don't forget to hit that bell icon to never miss an update from the Edureka YouTube channel. So without much ado, let's get started. At number 10, we have PHP. Now, it is one of those very prominent languages that has been around for quite a while now. It is mostly used for developing dynamic and data-heavy apps and websites. Now, 80% of all the top 10 million social media websites have been built off of PHP. A few very good examples are Facebook and Wikipedia. Now, this language is simple, fast, and platform independent with a wide repository of 524,000 on GitHub and a very large community to back it up. Now, PHP has frameworks such as Cake PHP, Laravel, Symfony, and Falcon. And very big industry players like Oracle, HCL, and Motorola are readily hiring PHP developers for an average of $102,000 per year. Moving on to number 9, we have Swift. Now, Swift is an object-oriented, block-structured programming language which boasts features such as better readability, speed, and dynamic libraries. Now, it is due to these features that it ensures lesser errors, reduces application size, as well as better performance. Now, this programming language was made specifically for application development. As a matter of fact, Apple organizations switched from Objective-C to Swift, which also justifies its influence on macOS, watchOS, and other Apple apps. Now, Swift has two major frameworks, namely Cocoa and CloudKit. It also has more than 156,000 repositories on GitHub. Companies such as Amazon, Walmart, and Apple are readily hiring employees who are good at Swift programming at an average salary of $125,000 per annum. At number 8, we have C#. Now, C# is a simple object-oriented programming language with a comprehensive set of libraries. Now, this makes the execution and compilation of programs lightning fast. Now, C# majorly used with the .NET framework is used to design web forms and Windows applications. With over 19,000 repositories on GitHub, it is one of the very popular languages when it comes to game development, especially in Xbox, virtual reality games, and Unity 3D games. Two of the major frameworks that are used with C# are .NET and Xamarin, and companies such as Intellectsoft, Philips, and Capgemini are hiring highly skilled C# developers with an average salary of $78,000 per annum. At number 7 on our list, we have Kotlin. Now, Kotlin was one of the most trending programming languages of the year 2019. And it is expected to experience even more growth in the year 2020. Now, Kotlin is a Google-endorsed, cross-platform general-purpose programming language which has recently made it to the favorites of most developers when it comes to Android app development. Now, Kotlin comes with features such as interoperability with Java as well as Android Studio support, which helps you write less code with a fewer bugs. Now, few frameworks you use with Kotlin are Ktor, Vertex, and Spring. Now, while Kotlin is fairly new in the market, it can boast a community of over 73,000 on GitHub. And while a lot of companies are hiring Kotlin developers, a few prominent ones are Airtel, Lenskart, Pinterest, and Basecamp. Now, an average salary for a Kotlin developer is over $120,000 per year. At number 6, we have the R programming language. Now, R is most popular for its statistical analysis and data science. It is not just an open source programming language, but it comes with cross-platform compatibility and over 6 million repositories on GitHub. With features like these, it is usually featured in the financial domain when it comes to building statistical models as well as analyzing fraudulent transactions. A few highlights at the part of R are the ability to create web applications as well as giving an enriching library of over 10,000 plus packages for diverse needs. Now, one of the most famous IDEs used for R is RStudio, and if you're skilled in R programming, you can get hired from companies such as Facebook, Twitter, and Google for an average salary of over $121,000 per annum. At the fifth position, we have Golang. Now, developed by the tech giant Google itself, Golang boasts features such as concurrency, which is very difficult to come by other programming languages. Now, Google's versatility as a company definitely reflects in this language, as it rules domains such as machine learning right up to web development. But its highlight has to be system development, which is possible only due to Golang's scope for high scalability. Now, despite being relatively new, Golang does have a few solid frameworks under its belt. Namely, we have Rebel and Bigo. Now, it has a budding community of over 110,000 repositories on GitHub, and companies such as Cisco, Capgemini, Springboard, and TechSystems are hiring developers for over $170,000 per annum. At the fourth position, we seem to have a tie: C and C++. These are often the programming languages which act as stepping stones for budding programmers. Now, both of these languages continue to retain their functionality and popularity despite the availability of a few other quality alternatives in the modern market. Now, they rule about 20% of the entire coding world thanks to the legacy system as well as a few inherent features. Both of these languages boast a big following on GitHub, with C at 9 million repositories and C++ at 114,000. A few examples of successes on both of these languages are eBay and Spotify for C and Adobe and Oracle for C++. Major companies that are hiring developers skilled in these languages are HP, Huawei, Wipro, IBM, and PhonePe, hiring developers at an average salary of $114,000 per annum. With that, we've moved on to our top three. At number 3, we have JavaScript. Universally known as the language of the web developers, JavaScript is a feature-rich, object-oriented scripting language. Now, what started as a simple client-side scripting language now boasts major frameworks for both front-end and back-end development. A few of the popular frameworks based on JavaScript are Node.js, React.js, Angular, Vue, and Meteor. Not just that, if you have JavaScript on your resume, it opens up doors of opportunities for you. From tech startups to tech giants like Google, Facebook, Dell, and SAP, each offering a median of $112,000. Not just that, JavaScript boasts a huge community following of 600,000 plus repositories on GitHub as well. At number 2 on this list, we have none other than Java. Now, Java is the most popular programming language when it comes to number of job openings, widespread community acceptance, and developers community. Now, Java is an open source language and relatively easy to learn. It prides itself on a number of powerful features such as strong memory management, backwards compatibility, top-notch security, and high performance. It is a cross-platform programming language which serves as the base for a number of frameworks such as Spring, Strut, and Hibernate. A number of programmers start as Java developers in the IT industry, and why not? As a Java developer, you bag $115,000 per annum from top-notch companies such as HCL, Wipro, Tech Mahindra, and Capgemini. Not just that, Java has a huge active community on GitHub with over 1.2 million repositories. Now finally, we've made it to the top of our list. At number 1, as all of you might already have guessed, yet again we have Python. Now, Python is an open-sourced, object-oriented, interpreted language mostly used to develop graphical user interfaces. Now, these GUIs are used for imaging softwares like Inkscape and PaintShop Pro. Not just that, multiple popular frameworks such as Django, Flask, and Pyramid, and apps such as the Google App Engine are also based off of Python. Not just that, Ubuntu's Ubiquity installer as well as Fedora's Anaconda installer are written in Python. Now, Python is an easy-to-use, general-purpose programming language which is easily integrated with C as well as C++. It also provides cross-browser support. Now, With over 1 million repositories on GitHub and an average package of $120,000, no wonder Python is one of the most desired programming skills for the year 2020. With a Python skill set, you can land companies such as Google, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and Paytm very easily this year. Now, this concludes my list of the top 10 programming languages for the year 2020. Now, there are a few other languages such as Julia, Ruby, Rust, Scala, and Arduino, which almost made it to the list but somehow missed the mark. With the growing rate of their popularity, I'm pretty sure you will find these languages on our list the next year. Now, in case this video sparked up your interest in any of these programming languages, do not forget to check out our training programs. With a structured learning approach and world-class instructors, Edureka is one of the fastest growing online education platforms. So if you want to upskill yourself for the year 2020, Edureka is the right choice for you. Also, if you think we have missed out any programming language in the list, or you would like to modify this list in any way, kindly drop in your suggestions in the comment section below and we shall be glad to hear from you. With that, I close this session. My name is Upasna. Thank you and have a great day.
I hope you have enjoyed listening to this video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries and we will reply them at the earliest. Do look out for more videos in our playlist and subscribe to Edureka channel to learn more. Happy learning!